baby. We gotta win this one.
Out the jump, let's go. Let's go, man, let's go. Here we go.
This is about to be a lit day today.
Hey, let's get back to our swagger, come on.
All of them get the dough down. They get the dough down.
Okay, meet at the quarterback. Well, welcome to another edition of the Audible presented by 3M. This is episode 6. My name is Gabe Henderson. I'm alongside Tatum, Everett. And we got, in my opinion, the best running back in the NFL on the show, Mr. Dalvin Cook, a.k.a. Foe. Dalvin, this is homecoming, man. Describe that feeling just being able to go home. I feel like we got to start the show off with that question.
Yeah, just trying to control my emotions. It's early in the week, but like my peoples and like my family and stuff been calling me. So it's like, I'm kind of off social media this week.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the tickets down a little bit.
I was just gonna say, how many requests have you had so far?
My family did a great job of pre-setting this up. Like they set this up like a little while ago. My brother played down there already, so they kind of know like how they finna operate things, like tailgate and everything. So I'm kind of happy they did that, like organizing it wise. So like they took a lot off my plate. Yeah.
That's really nice.
So-
do you guys have like a signature tailgate, like anything that you guys do when they go to the game?
They just have fun.
Yeah.
I got a big family too, so there's gonna be a bunch of people out there, and like where the stadium is at is like where I grew up at, basically.
Oh, wow.
And it's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
What's your most fond memory of, I guess, playing football right near where you're going to play on Sunday?
Yeah, I got a great memory inside that stadium. My high school, it was my 10th grade year. We was playing Booker T. Washington. It was like our rivalry. And I played both sides of the ball. I played offense and defense, and we was kind of down. It was probably 17-3 at the halftime, and they was winning. And we came out to half. Coach twisted up, put us on defense. It's like our first game, just going both ways. And they threw it up, tipped it up. I caught it. I ran it all the way back, and that started like the trickle effect of us coming back. And after that, I broke like an 80-yard run, and it was just crazy how the game evolved. And then we won the game, and we celebrated. It was crazy. That's if you watch the game, it's like my favorite memory.
Really?
Yeah, you can
love
watch
that.
it on
So
YouTube.
that was
You can watch it.
10th grade?
I was in the 10th grade. When our games, when we was in high school, when our games sold out, we had a stadium we played at, but when that field couldn't hold the amount of people because the game was so hyped up,
Yeah.
we'll take our game over to the Dolphin Stadium and play inside of that. Yeah, so it could hold enough people.
Football in Florida is crazy. And I was reading this the other day. Is it true that you didn't start playing, I guess, high school football until 10th grade?
Yeah, until the 10th grade.
So why not 9th grade? And, I guess Devontae Freeman was there, right?
Yeah.
Describe, I guess, how your love of the game grew missing a year in 9th grade.
I think that actually took me to the next level. Cause the year before that, before I got to the 9th grade, I was in 8th grade. I didn't really I played up on an older age to where I didn't really get the development of playing running back or nothing like that because I was playing with older guys. And I tried to go play for my high school that I was going to play for Miami Central, but when I got there, like you said, Devontae, we wasn't getting no reps. I wasn't getting no reps. It was
Dalvin who?
That's what I'm saying. It's I respected it because he waited his turn and stuff like that. And it's all right, do you want to wait behind him and then this will waste another year, or you go back to the park and play equal football with guys your same age, because that's how it was working out. And I did that. My confidence grew through the level it needed to go, and I went to high school, and that was it.
That's incredible. I mean, it sounds like you learned a valuable lesson and patience and maybe waiting did you have to use that lesson and apply it later on in your career?
It's crazy how it worked out because I got to Florida State and kind of the same thing happened. I got there, they coming off a national championship year. They hadn't won a national championship the year before I got there. And they had two running backs that had returned that was playing with them already. And I didn't get no snaps still. And it was came game 5, I'm just sitting back, just waiting my turn, patiently waiting, I'm healthy. And both of them got hurt. Both of them got hurt. And since then, I got in, I ran for 100 yards the first game I got out there, and then ever since that, it was a wrap. I was the leading rusher and everything. Broke every record.
What is it about high school football players from Florida? Like, there's a different swagger, there's a different energy. Like, my dad's from Florida, and he always told me, babies, when they come out the womb, they get doctors give them a handoff.
Where the ball at? Yeah. Where the ball? You come out like, where the ball at? It is different, man. Like, the mentality, like the games are, like I said, so hyped up, and like you feel like the pressure to play good every game. Like, you feel like I gotta play up to this level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the level of competition rises your level to like a level that you didn't think you even had in you. Like, it brings something out of you that like you don't even know you got in you. And like, I think the environment sets itself. Like, when you go out there, you look around like, man, like this Friday night, like you know what I'm saying? Like this ain't no bigger stage than this. Like, and it just bring that dog out you, man. And that speed down there is like so different. You know what I'm saying? So like, you want to like go get on the track and want to catch up, stay ahead of the schedule. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. Like, if we wasn't in football, we ran track. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like either or. You either play football or you run track. So like you got to keep up with what's going on. I think the mentality separates us too.
Tatum, I was reading that if you put all the high school athletes from the state, well, I guess from South Florida on an NFL team, they could probably beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We got our own team now.
like Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go on and on and on.
Oh man, it's crazy, man. Just like I said, that trickle effect of seeing like, you know, me seeing like Devontae Freeman go to the NFL, then Lamar like setting that platform for like, you know, running quarterbacks again, and just like all we needed to see was the blueprint, and we could go get it done. And that's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like a person like me, where I go back to my community so much, because like kids only need to see that blueprint. And once I seen Devontae got to the level that he got to, and he kept like just like evolving and evolving, I just said like, man, that's the blueprint, and I'm gonna follow that, and I'm gonna go get it done. And you know, that's why I go back home so much.
Right.
Speaking of home, when you go there, do you get a home cooked meal this weekend? Like, do you get to go home and have like some good home cooking?
Yeah, whatever I tell my grandma to put on the menu, she gonna throw it down. Like, she just left from up here. She grilled and everything when I got the game. It was like grilled steaks, ribs, everything, like rice, beans. Like, my grandma, she stick her foot in it.
Yeah, because she comes up here to the games.
Yeah, she do. Stick her foot in it.
But so what is this that I hear that I guess when Justin Jefferson's parents are in town, you go over there and they cook the etouffee and everything else, and then
How am I just finding out about that?
and Justin Jefferson's dad was saying that this weekend they're coming in town to see your family.
Oh.
So we gotta show the same love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's on the menu?
Yes.
Probably some seafood. Probably like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they cook that spicy gumbo type, you know what I'm saying? Like, us is more like clean out the ocean, like conch, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, like crab, stuff like that. We got more of that ocean stuff. So it's like, you know, showing what grandma got for them, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they straight, cause every time they come up here, I'm probably beating Justin home. Like, that's my second home right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I appreciate that love, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma can't come up here every day. You know what I'm saying? Like every weekend. So like, them showing that love, and I appreciate Jet's family. They're like my family too.
That's really cool. When did that start?
When he got here.
Really? It was a fast friendship. I was just
Yeah, it was, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once the demeanors and the mentality, like once it clicked, like, you know what I'm saying, me and Jets, we clicked. Just that mentality of us just like two dogs, just like, you know what I'm saying? We clicked, and I was like, bro, your family, I'm be over there.
So, I mean, I feel like at this point, right, because I know in your spare time you like to fish. Like, would you go out in the lake and like catch a fish, reel it back in, and go cook it?
If we need it, I got it.
You can cut fish? Like,
yeah, I can cut it up, clean it, whatever we need, and we go eat.
Where does that come from? Like, where do you get that? Because I feel like fishing is, I feel like it's the opposite of football.
Yeah, it's patience, man. And playing my position, I think that's why I'm so good at fishing, man. Because like the patience I have for like, I'm saying, like when you fish it ain't gonna come your way. Like just when you go out there and just throw a rod out, you ain't gonna. It's like running a football. Like you might get 3-4 yards, and here come the big one. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like my dad, when I was young, my dad, it used to be crazy. Like my brothers and sisters hated it. It used to be like 4 in the morning. It's dark outside, and it's like our house was our windows, our rooms was on the side. My dad would come, like bang on the window, like, come on, we going fish. Like my sisters and stuff, they used to get up and go. Like it used to be like me and my dad is out there like in the dark fishing, like, is this the best time to fish out? Like, man, I'm looking at this man like, man, you telling the truth, man. Like why we up so early, man? Like, wait, but like that's where it came from. Like my pops introduced me to it early, man. I ran with it because like I enjoyed like just that time of us just freeing our minds, just talking about anything we want to talk about, like while we out here just fishing. And like that was our time.
Yeah, I feel like that just having, I guess, just a sense of home here in Minnesota because it's such an outdoorsy state. How has that transition been for you? I mean, you're well into the league now, but the transition of, understanding that I can have this pastime here and also have a sense of home. What has that been like for you?
It's been fun, man. Just like seeing how much our time, like I done been spending like year 4, year 5. I spend more time here in the summer, like, you know what I'm saying? Because Minnesota summers are great. So I spend a lot of time
of the year here.
In the summer, you know what I'm saying? So like I spend a lot of time here and just like my like first 3 years, like I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's like more like I just chill, and when I want to leave, I just leave, like, cause like Minnesota got everything for me to offer. Like, I could go out on the water, I could fish, I could just chill, peace of mind, get the pool, whatever. It's just like Miami, you know what I'm saying? But not as fast. And that's why I like it. It's just like chill, calm.
Yeah.
Miami, you gotta honk your horn every day. like you're in a smaller New York a little bit, man. It's just like, but Minnesota, man, done growed on me so much, and the people here are so nice. So like, I just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, my warm welcome that I got to Minnesota, and it's been fun just growing these years.
Man, it's going to be a warm, sunny day in Florida, and when we get back from the break, we get to talk about you going back home to play the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. We are back. This is the Audible presented by 3M. Tatum Everett is alongside me. Dalvin Cook is to her left. My name is Gabe Henderson. And Dalvin, I want to start this segment off talking about, because we're going back home. And I remember reading an article about you playing in high school and your best friend, you guys were splitting carries sophomore, junior, and senior year. What did that teach you about coming to the NFL and being that guy for Alexander Madison and the other running backs that come in when you're not in the game to get a break?
Yeah, just being that total teammate. Like I wanted the ball too. Obviously, he wanted the ball too. So like equal talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? We both was 5-star recruits. And it's just the same thing when you're looking at it when you're in the NFL. Like, we all got drafted. We all got an opportunity to come here. So like everybody needed to be treated as such. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I carry myself, and that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? You treat another human with respect. And that's the same thing like with Deuce and all them in the locker room. Like, they're my brothers. And I cherish my brothers and treat them with the utmost respect. And like, whatever game I got, I'm gonna give it to Deuce. And that was the relationship me and Joe had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever game I know, you gonna know the same thing. Like, whatever cut I need to make, you gonna know why I'm making it. Like, and like, the understanding was there. It's like when me and Deuce is like, the understanding is there so much to where like he thinking what I think in my head, and it's like weird. Like, we come out, we dress the same. Sometimes somebody think we done planned this out. It's like weird, man. And it's like, you know, being in the backfield with Joe in high school, like, kind of prepared me for the moment to be like, to be that big brother for Deuce and all of them in that room. It's
funny you say that about the looking the same, because Kirk has said, no, I think it was the offensive line.
The offensive line, my bad.
The offensive line who said, sometimes we're playing and we see someone run by us and we're not sure if it's Dalvin or Alex. Does that happen as often as we think?
It does. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. And sometimes, I hope you're hearing this, Alex, sometimes I see him peek around that corner, he be looking to see what I put on, and he do it on purpose. He do it on purpose. Like, we both got the dreads, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's single digits. It's like, yeah, it don't get no better than that. Like,
no.
So like, if we want to go in disguise or something, man, we can work something out.
So I feel like next game, y'all should wear the same sleeves, same glove, because y'all both got Nike deals, right? So like, same sleeves. Y'all should just plan it all out to wear the same thing.
I told him, man, one of these games we're gonna pull it off, man. You're gonna go out there with that 4-on-1.
It's like the parent trap. Well, but parent trap, right? But speaking of that, though, even offensive coordinator Wes Phillips has said this is the first time in his coaching career where he hasn't had to dial any plays back when he puts in a backup. What do you think that says about the strength of this duo?
It just goes the standard. The standard is the standard. And Alex, when he walked in, I promise he'll tell you this. I told him, I said, bro, don't try to be me. Don't try to be nobody else, but be you. And if you don't understand that, we're gonna help figure this thing out together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he did a hell of a job. Like, he's still doing it up until this point of just being him. Like, he don't try to be Dalvin. Like, he don't try to be nobody else but Alex. And I think that's what's helping us succeed as a group. Because I come in, I do what I do, and then he come in and then he do what he do. So it's like, it's a change up, but then again, you still gotta stop 2-4.
Yeah. Chef, we always talk about, I guess, like for me, being a former receiver in college, pass blocking, or I guess run blocking is something that goes underrated as a receiver. As a running back, how much of pass blocking is a mindset versus, strictly technique and I want to?
It's both, because when you got a headbutter that just running down and he just want to hit you, then that's just will right there. And no technique can save you right there. Well, like, technique gets you out of a lot of situations. And like, it make it so easy to where, like, you want to block for the guys we got in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Adam, KJ, JJ, all of them, you want to block. So I want to see the ball go down and see what they finna do. Like, so the will of, like, wanting to do it, they make it so much easier for us to, like, want to stick our heads in there for them and, like, make a play because we know 8 gonna get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that just make it so much easier for us to want to get our job done. So, like, appreciate them boys for that.
Establishing this run game has been a bit of a slow burn at times because of the transition in the offensive schemes. What has it been like from your vantage point? It's
been fun, just like trying to get on the same page with my offensive lineman in this new scheme. Cause I done been in the same downhill system for the last 5 years, and getting introduced to this new system with KO and Westham. It's been kind of fun for me. Just seeing where their mind's at and getting on the same page. I feel like each week we get better and take the right step in the right direction to where we're trying to go. And we know that's not gonna happen come week 4, week 5. We in this thing for the long haul, and I think our O-line and that's something I had to figure out just by getting in the system and going out there and playing games, getting those live reps with my offensive linemen. So. We in this thing for the long haul, and this thing is gonna start popping off.
And speaking of 6, last week, well, I guess it's 2 occasions on 2 of your touchdowns, 2 of your 6 points. If people don't know what a touchdown is, they should. But you look at, when you turn on the film, I see you doing like a little stretch play or like a run to the outside, and then like you jog to the end zone, looking at the defender, and then you speed up.
3 receivers right and JJ left. Hand off Dalvin. Swings around the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on in your head when you make a cut and then you jog looking at the defender and then you just hit a burst?
I don't even do that when I I know I'm fast. Like, I know, like, you know what I'm saying, like God gift me with a talent. I know I'm fast, but like when you know you fast, you know you gonna get there. Like, why not have a little fun with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Just out there having fun, man. That's my game, man. Just bouncing around, having fun. Like, I know I had the edge. I know I was getting in the touchdown. Just put a little spice on it.
Has you ever got caught doing that?
I'm not getting caught doing that. The day I get caught, we're gonna wrap it up. Hey, we're not getting caught doing that.
How do you make sure that you continue to have fun?
Just bringing that energy. Just being me. Like, then I got fun written all on me. Like, it's just like, that's the way I play the game. Like, the physical part, the mental part, all that get done during the week. Like, come Sunday, when we put in all that work, like, I'm not just finna be out here just like, nah, we finna have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mindset. Like, I always played the game with so much joy to where, like, when I was probably back in like high school, literally, they used to look at me crazy. Like, the way I just used to just be out there like I'm on a lot of candy or something. Like it's just fun. Like, football, like, we gifted the game to where people take it so serious to where they forget about that fun part and, like, you know what I'm saying, being a kid again. Cause that's where it all generated from, us being 5 years old, 6 years old. I started when I was 4. So it's like, take me back to when I was 4.
That's awesome.
Man, it's a kid's game. Yeah. Like, you do all these X's and O's and we talk this, but like at the end of the day, it's a kid's game.
Yeah.
And the fact that certain people can't have fun with it, the fact that you do it, I think that is encouraging for people to see, because I always say football is just an opposite of life, because you have a goal in mind, you have a plan, and if you execute it, Like, you're going to get knocked back a few times, but as long as you get to that end goal, that's all that matters. And for you, what is that end goal for you?
End goal, I want to bring that trophy back to Minnesota before it's all said and done. Because I know, like, the team we done put together, like all the sacrifices, it's going to be all for that one common goal that we all in that locker room for, that we all in this room for. And that's what I've been searching for since I was 4 years old, man, just trying to get that trophy. And I know it's not going to be easy. So, like, why not put the work in to go get it done? Like, why leave something on the table when you can just just put it all out there? And, you know, it's crazy, KO just started talking about that. Just leave it all out there.
I know you take things week by week and game by game, but why do you think this team could be a team that could bring home a trophy?
I think the mindset of the weekly preparation, I think the brotherhood we have in that locker room, I think the confidence we have in this staff and everything that they put behind us, which is the trainers, the plans, you know, how we prepare for a game, you know, everything that's behind the scenes that's getting done, I think it sets us up for success. And I think all the players have to do is just buy into it and go out there and do all the X's and O's. But this team has no ceiling to it. And you see, like, if we go out and put a whole game together, offense, special teams, and defense, I think we could be something special. And it's not gonna come overnight, it's gonna come down the line. And I'm looking forward to that game. We hang 50 and the defense go out there and do what they need to do, and special teams fly around. And I think we're gonna fly over right after that.
Yeah, and that starts with one game at a time. That starts with the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. And my last question for you before we close the show is, when you see a team on film or you see stats and you say, you know, this team, like Miami Dolphins, a top 10 run defense in the NFL, does that juice you a little bit more to prove doubters wrong, for people saying that, hey, nobody's been able to run on them this year? What does that do for you?
Definitely take pride in that.
Okay.
When you hear the stats and the stat line, it don't get me. Like, the ball still got to get rolled out. They still got to come out here and play football. And I think that mindset of me carrying that over and running like that, you know, carries that purpose over right to my old line. Like, you know what I'm saying? They understand, like, all right, we don't care who over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We respect the opponent, but we still got to get our job done. And, you know, they NFL players like we NFL players. So, but the respect is still there, but we got to get our job done, and it's going to start up front. So,
well, best of luck this week in Miami. I know it's going to be a really fun homecoming for you. Who'd have thought after all these seasons, first time in London, first time back home in Miami? I mean, it's been quite a year for you so far.
Got the fullback on, we good.
Yeah,
there you go.
I love it, Dalvin. I'll tell you this all the time. You're my favorite running back in the NFL.
Appreciate
and the fact that you get to go home and do it.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys next week.
Big one.